I'm Shayla Reese, and this is the Person and Paraprofessional video presentation for BHS 320. My reasons for going into behavioral health. Number one, personal experience, behaviors, and internal issues. So one of my reasons into going into the behavioral health field is because I know from personal experience that a lot of behaviors are caused by internal issues that may or may not have been dealt with. I've also seen this type of therapy work in my own child, and seeing her thrive with the tools they gave her has given me the passion for it. Number two, understanding behaviors leads to effective treatment. Behaviors such as anger are communication. So knowing behaviors and where the root of them lie can help guide my decisions as a mental health provider since they go hand in hand. Number three, behavioral health therapy saves lives. Behavioral health saves lives and gives clients tools to navigate the stressors of life. Giving a client back their life with the right tools is what I'm passionate about. And number four, sculpting behaviors to prevent suicide, especially for veterans. So as a veteran with PTSD myself, I want to give other veterans the tools they need to thrive in their life after service and to find their new purpose in life. How ethics will influence my career as a paraprofessional. Number one, ethics gives us structured behaviors. They govern the behavioral health and mental health fields, so we must treat every client with respect and justice and take care to treat everyone fairly. Number two, it prevents paraprofessionals from imposing personal values. Ethics protect us from imposing our values and opinions onto clients despite how they believe. Three, it promotes healthy self-awareness of the professional. Clients have their values and beliefs just as we do, so it is important to be self-aware of our values and beliefs. And number four, it promotes treatment success. Ethics will give me the tools and acceptable behaviors to treat each client with respect, despite my or the client's values, so they can be successful in their healing journey. How my reasons, values, and biases can be benefit to clients. Number one, the value of life can benefit clients. So my reasons for wanting to enter this field could benefit my future clientele because I'm acting out of a place of good intentions and wanting to help others gain their lives back. Number two, the value of empathy can benefit clients. My values of wanting to care for others can benefit them, having someone to show them care, compassion, and empathy. Number three, the value of thriving rather than surviving. I know that we are a product of what has happened in our lives where we inevitably learn our survival skills. So I know that giving them tools to be able to thrive rather than survive is highly important. And number four, value that therapy works. So I've also seen in behavioral health therapy work for others and can see them thrive with those tools. This means I believe in the field that I want to go into. If I believe in it, my client is going to be more at ease and can trust me. How my reasons, values, and biases can be a detriment to clients. Number one, bias for recommending parents to therapy. So my bias towards my belief that parents need to go to therapy to ensure that they have the right tools and can teach those tools to their children can cause me to be jaded towards parents who do not believe they need therapy. Number two, a bias that adults are accountable. My belief that despite what we go through as children, we can, as adults, decide to change those values and beliefs and change that toxic cycle in our lives could cause me to be jaded towards those adults who blame others rather than taking accountability for their actions. Number three, personal values and biases should be separate. If my values are different than those that I treat, unless I'm aware and careful, I could impose my beliefs and values onto my client rather than acting out of ethical rules. And number four, personal values and biases interrupt therapeutic relationships. This could take away the trust that my client has in me, which could also ruin the therapeutic relationship as they fear they will be judged on everything that they tell me. How my reasons might influence treatment of my clients positively. Number one, I will advocate for my clients. I will advocate for my clients and help them feel safe and comfortable while doing the work due to my belief that therapy gives us tools. Number two, my belief in therapy brings confidence. Because I believe in therapy of this nature, my clients will also feel confident in it. Number three, assumptions that change is possible brings trust. My assumption that everyone can learn tools and can change the course of their lives allows me to positively project that onto my clients, as well as causing them to trust the process. Number four, transference correlates past actions with present changes. This can open the client's eyes to see when changes need to happen if they're unhappy with their present outcomes. How my reasons might influence treatment of my clients negatively. Number one, frustration from clients' distrust in therapy. Knowing that I believe therapy works and can help means that I could also become frustrated if a client doesn't understand or agree with therapy. Number two, frustration towards parents who are not self-aware. I could have assumptions that parents don't believe they could do anything to cause issues for their children in the future due to not being self-aware. This could cause frustration for me as well, and I could unintentionally project that onto my client. Number three, transference can cause frustration for clients. So they could become frustrated and realize that the things they went through in their past have now molded them into who they are now, which could cause blame shifting onto others rather than the client taking responsibility for some of their own actions. Number four, countertransference can cause distress in clients. If a therapist is projecting their frustrations onto a client due to some trigger for the therapist, it could unintentionally cause the client to back out of treatment. How my personal values and biases might influence treatments of my clients positively. Number one, the value in therapy influences treatment. My personal values could be a positive influence to treatment for my clients, as I would aim to choose treatments that I know would help. Number two, a value in personal self-awareness benefits ethics. If I can recognize when I have issues with the values or biases of my client, I would work to get training or see from the perspective of the client, which will bring me personal growth as well. And number three, biases and disagreements promote better care. If I feel there are too many disagreements between myself and my client, I'll work to get them transferred to another professional who could help that client more so that I'm not doing further harm to the client. Lastly, how my personal values and biases might influence treatment of my clients negatively. Number one, values and biases might be imposed on my client. I could unintentionally impose my values and biases onto my client. This would disrupt the client therapeutic relationship in terms of trust and treatment. Number two, values and biases could cause countertransference. Unintentionally lashing out at my client with my frustrations could cause my client distress, which is harming my client. And number three, values and biases could create judgment. Imposing judgment or the feeling of judgment could distress the client and cause more confusion for them. They might feel uncomfortable opening up after this point. Thank you.